This is the second product in our cocoa processing journey, and today we are making something rich, luxurious and incredibly valuable: cocoa butter. Just like before, everything starts with fresh cocoa pods. I cut them open, and inside you will find those beautiful cocoa seeds coated in a thick white juicy pulp. That pulp is naturally sweet. You can taste it right there, and it is delicious. It can also be extracted into cocoa juice or fermented into cocoa wine, just like palm wine. Now, I go ahead and collect all the seeds into a bowl. These seeds are what we call cocoa beans. I keep opening the pods and removing the beans one after the other until I am done. With all the beans collected, it is time for the next stage: fermentation. I set up a simple system: a small bowl placed face down inside a bigger bowl, then a basket sitting on top of it. Inside the basket, I place a sack bag and transfer all the cocoa beans into it, tying it securely. Then I cover it with another bowl. If you want to extract more juice, you can place a weight on top. Now the cocoa beans are ready to ferment. Fermentation is a very important step. It reduces the bitterness of the beans and starts developing that rich chocolate flavor. After about 4 days, we bring the beans out of the sack and they are ready for drying. I spread the beans evenly across several trays and take them out into the sunlight. Sun drying usually takes about 2 to 4 days, depending on how strong the sun is in your area. Fast forward to day 3, our cocoa beans are fully dried and ready for roasting. I transfer them into a pan and roast on medium heat, stirring continuously. Stirring is very important to ensure even roasting. How do you know they are ready? 2 signs. First, you will start hearing popping sounds. Second, take 1 beans and press it. The shell should crack easily and the nibs should come out effortlessly. Once ready, I take them off the heat and allow them to cool completely. Now comes the shelling. I take each beans, press gently to crack the shell and remove the nib. The nibs are very delicate. They don't just split, they shatter, so handle them with care. I repeat this until all the beans are deshelling. This deshelling process is a little bit stressful, but at the end, it's all worth it. It takes a bit of patience and determination, but I personally am used to it. Now we have a clean cocoa nibs and the shell which we can discard. At this point, I set aside a portion of the nibs. We'll use that later to make chocolate. The rest will be used for cocoa butter extraction. Next step, grinding. I transfer the nibs into a blender and blend them to a coarse consistency. Not too smooth, not too oily, just coarsely ground. Then I transfer into a container and repeat until everything is done. Now let's prepare for oil extraction. I take my pocket cheesecloth and fill it with portions of the ground cocoa nibs. Don't overfill. Tie each one securely and set aside. Repeat until all the powder is packed. Now, if you are following this method, make sure you don't blend your cocoa nibs beyond this consistency. If you blend it longer than this, it will start caking and turn oily. We don't want that as the method requires. In total, we get 6 pocket cheesecloths filled with cocoa nibs powder. Next, I move to steaming. I place the cheesecloth pack into a steamer with hot water and steam them for about 15 minutes. This softens the cocoa mass and makes oil extraction easier. After steaming, while they are still hot, it is time to extract the oil. I use a cast iron juicer. I place 1 hot cheesecloth pack inside, pull down the lever, and just look at that. Rich cocoa oil dripping out. That golden oil is cocoa butter. Let it drip completely before removing. That remaining cake inside becomes rock solid. Almost all the oil has been extracted. Repeat this for all the packs. And if they cool down, just return them to the steamer. Cocoa butter flows best when hot. After a few moments of patience and determination, this is what we have. And the leftover cocoa paste is as strong as rock, with all the oil extracted. Once all the oil is collected, I filter it through a cheesecloth to remove any particles. Look at that pure golden cocoa butter. Now this bottom part contains a lot of cocoa particles. I will strain it into a separate container and clean it later. I pour it into containers and allow it to solidify, either at room temperature for a couple of days or in the freezer for about an hour. And here it is, firm, smooth and ready to nourish your skin and hair. Now, if you don't have a cast iron juicer, don't worry, I've got a second method for you. This time, blend your cocoa nibs until they become very smooth, thick and oily, almost like peanut butter. Transfer this cocoa paste into a boiling water and cook it while stirring continuously to avoid lumps. As it heats, you will notice the oil rising to the top. Keep stirring, and once enough oil has formed, gently scoop it out into a bowl. Continue collecting until there is no more oil visible. To extract even more, pour the remaining paste into a strainer and leave it under the sun. The heat helps release more oil, which will drip out gradually. Finally, filter the collected oil, and just like that, you have your cocoa butter. Now, here is the exciting part. We are not done yet. In the next video, we are going to take the leftover cocoa mass and turn it into oil-free cocoa powder. So don't go anywhere. Make sure you are following, and I will see you in the next one.